First things first. I got on him for taking so long to respond to me. He reminded me how long I took. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Now, first a recap. You said my Christian challenge didn't apply to you because morals don't come from God. I said, prove it. You and Gamble are so caught up in this punishment thing and the Protestants. I'm asking you to prove your morals don't come from your God. Period. You simply telling me because they don't is not proof. Just because you don't believe your God will punish you for breaking a moral law doesn't mean your moral laws didn't come from your God. You said, if your God turned its back on humanity, morality, morals, and being moral would still exist. And if your God did not exist, nothing would. Neither morality, morals, nor being moral. And the reason for this is that God never created morals, morality, that man came up with all these, because man is made in the image of God. And since man has concepts of morality, being moral, etc., then God must be moral. Gambler told me the same thing, just worded it differently. As I told him, this is all predicated on a huge assumption. It requires a monumental leap of faith, what all religion is. For me to accept any of this, you'll have to prove your God exists first. We can't even get to morals, morality, or anything else until you do. And telling me God exists because the universe does isn't gonna cut it. You told me morals are man-created but divinely inspired. Is there a difference between revelation and inspiration? Yes. One comes from the tooth fairy, the other doesn't. Your texts are all revealed. Your morals are inspired, right? This means you made them up. They're completely subjective. They only exist in your head. But you say they have validity. Why? Because God gives them validity. Validity means they exist. They only exist due to your God. That means they come from God. It gave them to you. If morals are inspired by your God, I must ask you, crime inspires authors to write crime books. If there were no crime, there would be no crime books. Are your morals divinely inspired because you say so, or your church, or not, because other Christians say so? In your video, dig the hole deeper and sidetrack the issue with Gambler. You asked why didn't I mention penance? Why didn't I mention purgatory too? Why didn't I mention 500,000 things? And if there were too many different sects, as you put it, for anyone to give a shit, why should I? I'll make a deal with you. There are 70 to 80,000 denominations of Christianity worldwide. You make a video explaining the minutiae of each. Then I'll worry about learning the smallest thing about your brand of lunacy. You said asking God for forgiveness, I don't seem to have a problem with. Now let me set you straight. I have a problem with everything concerning your God. Every single detail, okay? You then went on how the heretics believe this morals were sent down by God, and essentially said the Jews have no idea what they're talking about. They have it all wrong. Why? Because your church said so. I should believe it because you do? You told me you argued against Protestantism, which I was happy for. And the next words out your mouth were, but you addressed it to all of us. You said there are many Christianities. Anyone who claims to follow Christ is Christian. If you want me to say who is the correct Christian, it's the Eastern Orthodoxy. The others are heretics. They're heretics because they follow Christ wrongly. This means Jews, Zoroastrians, Scientologists, etc. aren't heretics. You say there is only one way to follow Christ. If you follow it wrongly, then you are not following it. You are not Christian. So there is only one Christianity. Period. You use the Maccabees to show that God doesn't send down moral laws. The Maccabees decided to fight on the Sabbath. You said they did it out of survival. It was not a commandment from God to fight on the Sabbath. Then the Maccabees were ignoring their God. You said that I'm not talking to you because I picked up the wrong Bible, that there are tons of them out there, that the Eastern Orthodox compiled your canon, the one you and Gambler are talking about. Gambler told me the name of the Bible he was using, but he didn't explain it like you have. I thought he was saying the Eastern Orthodox compiled the official Bible, and every Bible being used today is a copy of it, with mistranslations, stuff added people wanted to add, and things left out people didn't like, which I found odd, but I decided to roll with it. You filled in the missing piece. You say that Revelations is not in your Bible. That doesn't tell me your morals don't come from God. That's it.